The Heroic Nerd, Episode 3, Before the Blackout. Before the lightning found its hero, the city had already found its villain. Long before the blackout, the system was already under strain. Demand climbed. Equipment aged. Weak points spread beneath the city. Most people saw inconvenience. Dr. Lucian Vale saw opportunity. Vale did not see a failing grid. He saw a machine begging for reinvention. From the height of his private tower, he studied the city like a living circuit. Load shifts, failure points, hidden leverage. He was brilliant, refined, precise. The kind of man who never needed to raise his voice because everyone around him already understood he was the most dangerous person in the room. To investors, he looked like a visionary, a savior, a man ready to solve a crisis no one else was bold enough to touch. But Lucian Vale was not trying to save the grid. He was trying to own it. Buried beneath the city, hidden behind private contracts and sealed corridors, Vale built the Arc Engine, a machine designed to capture and redirect electrical force on a scale the public grid was never meant to contain. Then the storm came. Inside the control chamber, warning lights flashed. Load projections climbed. Containment margins fell. A systems analyst turned to him. "Dr. Vale, we need to delay activation. If the storm feeds too much energy into the system, it could overload the entire network." Vale barely reacted. "History does not wait for ideal conditions," he said. The analyst swallowed hard. This could spread beyond the test zone. Vale turned, calm and cold. Progress has always frightened people too limited to recognize it. Then he gave the order. Begin the capture sequence. Deep below the city, the Arc Engine awakened. At first it worked. Lightning bent toward the collection points. Power flowed into the core. Screens stabilized. For one terrible moment, Vale seemed right. Then the numbers changed. Incoming loads spiked past the safety model. Containment collapsed. Transfer routes destabilized. Substations across the city began receiving surges they were never designed to survive. Transformers burst. Lines screamed. Entire neighborhoods vanished into darkness. The blackout was not an accident. It was a wound opened by one man's ambition. Then an anomaly appeared on Vale's monitor. A human biosignature inside the strike zone. Still alive. The system zoomed in on a lone worker caught at the center of converging overload. "No one could survive that," the analyst whispered. Vale stepped closer. For the first time that night, his expression changed. Not fear, fascination. Then the sky came down. A lightning strike collided with the station in a blast so violent it washed the monitors white. Power ripped through steel, wire, and air. Vale had tried to control the storm. Instead, the storm chose its own vessel. The Arc Engine failed. The city went dark. And before the public even understood what had happened, Vale gave his next order. "Seal the project. Purge the external logs. No one speaks of this." Days later, in the silence of a private lab, Vale replayed fragments of the event. Then new footage appeared. A grainy video from a damaged substation. A man surrounded by blue energy, holding a collapsing system together with his bare hands. The same energy pattern. The same impossible survival. The analyst behind him stared at the screen. "That can't be real." Vale leaned closer. So he lived. In the darkness around the lab, dormant machines began to wake. Search protocols lit the room. City maps spread across the glass. Vale stood at the center of it all, calm as ever. Then he gave the order that would shape everything to come. Find him before he understands what he is. The blackout did not just create a disaster, it created two futures. One in the light, one in the shadows.